Hi guys, welcome to another video. In this lesson, I will show you how to create Azure VNet, add subnet to VNet, and create peering between VNets. Let's see the plan of the demo. In this demo, we will create VNet called Terraform-VNet1. Inside this VNet, there is subnet called X0 with IP range 10.100.1.0/24. We will create another VNet called Terraform-VNet2. Inside this VNet, there is subnet called X0 with IP range 10.200.1.0/24. We need any network resource in Terraform VNet1 can read any network resource in Terraform VNet2. So we create peering between these VNets. Let's see how we can do that. Open Visual Studio Code. Select Open Folder. Go to your demo location, then create new folder with VNet name. Then copy variables and providers files from RG folder that we created in Lesson 1. Paste them in VNet folder. Go back to Visual Studio Code. You will see the pasted files appeared. Create new file with main name in the same directory. Keep the providers files with the same configuration. We don't need to edit anything inside it, as we created before. See how to create it in Lesson 1. In variables files, we will change it with our new variables. We will add variable for Terraform-VNet1 with VNet1_name, and default is Terraform-VNet1. Then add another variable for Terraform-VNet2 with VNet2_name, and default is Terraform-VNet2. Add another variable for Terraform-VNet1 subnet with VNet1_subnet name, and default is X0. Add another variable for Terraform-VNet2 subnet with VNet2_subnet name, and default is X0. Then save the file. Next, we will go to write code in main files to deploy VNets. Now, after finish configure the variables and variables file, we write code in main files to deploy VNets. Open the main file. First, we need to specify the resource group that this VNets will deploying in. In Lesson 1, we created resource group with name Terraform RG. We will use it in this demo to deploy the VNets inside it. So we refer to this resource group by using data azurerm_resource group RG. This code means to collect information about it, such as RG name and location. Inside it, we will put resource group name. Now create virtual network Terraform-VNet1 by write resource, and resource mean that we need to create resource. Then write AZUREM_virtual_network, which mean the kind of resource here is virtual network. Specify this VNet between quotation marks as VNet1. Then open curly brackets and type name equals var.vnet1_name. This call the VNet name from variables file. Then type the address space for this VNet. Then type location equals data.azurem_resource_group.rg.location. This give the VNet the same location as resource group. Then type resource_group_name equals data.azurem_resource_group.rg.name. This give us resource group name. Now create virtual network Terraform-VNet2. You can copy the previous code we created for Terraform-VNet1 and change VNet between quotation marks from VNet1 to VNet2, and change the name from var.vnet1_name to var.vnet2_name to call VNet2 name from variables file, and change the address space for this VNet2. Then keep the location and resource group name the same, as we will deploy in the same location and resource group for VNet 1. Now create subnet for Terraform-VNet1, write resource. So what is the kind of resource you want? It's AZURERM _ subnet. Between quotation marks, we write x0 subnet. Then open curly brackets and write name equals var.vnet1 _ subnet name. Then write resource _ group _ name equals data.azurerm _ resource group.rg.name. Then write virtual _ network _ name equals azurerm _ virtual _ network.vnet1.name. This tells the configuration that this subnet is belong to Terraform-VNet. Then write address _ prefixes equals 10.100.1.0/24. Now, create subnet for Terraform-VNet2. You can copy the previous code we created for subnet of Terraform-VNet1 and change x0 subnet between quotation marks from x0 subnet to x0 subnet2. And change the name from var.vnet1 _ subnet name to var.vnet2 _ subnet name to call vnet2 subnet name from variables file. Keep the resource group name the same, as we will deploy in the same resource group for VNet1. Then change virtual _ network _ from azurerm _ virtual _ network.vnet1.name to azurerm _ virtual _ network.vnet2.name, and change the address prefixes from 10.100.1.0/24 to 10.200.1.0/24. Now create network peering from VNet1 to VNet2. Write resource. So what is the kind of resource you want? It's azurerm _ virtual _ network _ peering. Between quotation marks, we write VNet1 to VNet2. Then open curly brackets. Then type name equals VNet1 to VNet2. Then type resource _ group _ name equals data.azurerm _ resource _ group.rg.name. Then type virtual _ network name equals azurerm _ virtual _ network.vnet1.name. Then type remote _ virtual _ network ID equals azurerm _ virtual _ network.vnet2.id. This network ID is belong to VNet2. Then close curly brackets. Now create network peering from VNet2 to VNet1. You can copy the previous code we created for network peering from VNet1 to VNet2. And change VNet1 to VNet2 between quotation marks from VNet1 to VNet2 to VNet2 to VNet1. And change the name from VNet1 to VNet2 to VNet2 to VNet1. Keep the resource group name the same, as we will deploy in the same resource group. Then change virtual _ network _ name from azurerm _ virtual _ network.vnet1.name to azurerm _ virtual _ network.vnet2.name. Then change remote _ virtual _ network _ ID from azurerm _ virtual _ network.vnet2.id to azurerm _ virtual _ network.vnet1.id. Now, after finish coding in main file, go to Azure Portal to check the resource group Terraform RG that we created in Lesson 1. As you see in Resource Group, there are no resource created yet. So now we will go to deploy the code to create the resource. Now go to Visual Studio Code and open New Terminal. Remember that the terminal open in the same location for your project. Then, write Terraform init, then enter. What this command do? This command to initializes a working directory containing Terraform configuration files. This is the first command you should run after writing a new Terraform configuration. Then, write Terraform plan and hit enter. What this command do? Terraform plan is a command line utility within the Terraform workflow that previews the changes to infrastructure before they are actually applied. As you see, after Terraform plan finish, it show you all configuration it will apply. By the end line, it show you plan 6 to add, 0 to change, 0 to destroy. So it will add 6 resources, 2 VNets, 2 subnets, and 2 peering. Then write Terraform apply and hit enter. What this command do? Terraform apply command is used to execute the planned changes to your infrastructure, creating, updating, or deleting resources as defined in your configuration files. Then wait until finish. After apply completed without errors, go to Azure Portal and check your resource. As you see now, in Terraform RG Resource Group, 2 VNets are created, Terraform VNet 1 and Terraform VNet 2. If you browse Terraform VNet 1 in subnets, you will see X0 created with IP range 10.100.1.0/24. If you browse Terraform VNet 2 in subnets, you will see X0 created with IP range 10.200.1.0/24. Also, if you go to peerings in Terraform VNet 2, you will see VNet 2 to VNet 1 peering created with fully synchronized. And if you go to peerings in Terraform VNet 1, you will see VNet 1 to VNet 2 peering created with fully synchronized. In the next lesson, I will show you how to deploy virtual machine in both VNets using code, and check the accessibility between them. This is the end of Lesson 2. In the next lesson, I will show you how to deploy Windows Virtual Machine using code. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you in Lesson 3.